Hey guys, Lucky13 here. Today I want to bring to you a thought that I have been pondering about in World of Warcraft regarding social, I guess community. Yeah, social community. So we all got guilds, that's really cool and everything, right? You know, I'm in a guild, you're in a guild, so-and-so's in a guild, blah blah blah. Well, this right here is the extent of your guild. Unless you're doing like a raid, a dungeon, I mean, you're not just gonna be like, you know, showing up at, let's all meet here, guys. Let's all meet in Stormwind, or let's all meet in Orgrimmar, or Thunderbluff, or I don't know, just, you know, anywhere. This is the guild. This little thing here. This is the whole guild. This is it. This is all you get. Of course, you get these little tabs that go with your little guild pain, but this is your guild, okay? Now, could you imagine having like a little village? Okay, for instance, we're gonna just like substitute all this crap here, okay? So, let's substitute this guy for like your village, or not your village, but your guild, whatever, guild market man guy, or whatever, yeah. Okay, Nat Pagel is the market man. And the guild garrison. Let's call it a guild garrison instead of a player garrison, which I thought in the first place was a dumb idea to have just a player garrison. I thought that was the stupidest thing in the whole game. I mean, who gives a crap if you're going to Draenor and you have to build a huge castle thing and defend Draenor, okay? You cannot take on Draenor all by yourself, okay? In these raids, it's anywhere from like 10 people to 30 or whatever, you know, however many people want to go or whatever. But that's besides the point. The point I'm trying to make is this game was created around a community environment. And up until, let's see, when they first released the guilds, you know, I'm pretty sure it was sometime in, you know, just regular old vanilla, there was the guild. Okay, this was it. This was like, oh yeah, we got 400 people, or, you know, whatever the cap is, and it's not very high, but I mean, it's up there. But, so I'm like saying, this is it. So you have to scroll down this little box here, and you have to see, oh, so-and-so's on, oh, so-and-so's off. This person can make leather stuff. This person can make blacksmithing stuff. This is an alchemist. I mean, you have to scroll down your whole list here, which that's fine to find out what people can do, what they're capable of. But the way I see it is they really screwed up the garrisons, okay? I've been thinking ever since this screen right here, this screen is your garrison, right? We're all going to our garrison when we click on our Hearthstone for our garrison. This is a waste of space. Look at all these chairs. Nobody is going to sit in these chairs. Nobody, okay? Nobody's going to sit in any of these chairs. Nobody's going to hang up any kind of decorations. Nobody's going to put crap in this box or in that chest. Nobody's going to come in here and talk to this person. Nobody's going to be... Look, there's a whole room here with nothing in it. As much as I can tell, I think you can put your own stuff in here. A couple things. Not like you can't, like, just clutter it. But, I mean, imagine having a guild area where you could have, like, Garrosh's... whatever, his hammer or his hand or his head, or you know, and you can get the Lich King's helmet, you know, just hanging on the wall. I mean, imagine having a guild area where you can, you know, creatively put together feats of strength for your guild, okay? Imagine being able to go to this inn, okay? So this is an inn over here, and you can talk to your people, and you can buy certain things at your inn, and you know, it's not just NPCs walking around. It's not just you with a bunch of NPCs. Like I'll be sitting here, you'll come through the door, you know, hey, what's going on? You know, you have like a little area-wide chat with, if you want to use your microphone, or, you know, I know they've tried the microphone thing, you know, voice chat in the game before, but it kind of flopped. The quality kind of blew ass. But I'm just saying, for instance, like, I'll be sitting in this chair and you'll be coming through this door, whoever you are, person watching this video, you're just walking along, blah blah blah. Hey, what's up? What's up? You know, I'm sitting here waiting on this person here, you Shade, whatever that person's name is, or no, Madison Clark. Okay, we're waiting on Madison Clark. Put an order in for some Savage Feast. Okay, let's say it takes 5 minutes to make a Savage Feast. You know, this is all theoretical. Okay, this is all make believe, but this is something I would like to see possibly added to a future version or a patch in World of Warcraft. Okay, the game is not completely polished at this point. It still has time to be adjusted and added onto. But let's just say that, oh, in patch 6.3 or 6.4 or whatever the hell patch comes out with Legion, like, we're going to implement guild garrisons. I, for one, would think that would be freaking awesome, because this, to me, is a waste of memory, and it's a waste of space on your hard drive. Well, their hard drive, whatever. It's just a waste of space, really. This whole Warlords of Draenor was pretty much a waste of space with the extra content that they tried to add. I mean, it was fun for a while to play with your, let's see, to play with your followers. It was fun for a while to, you know, to have your followers to go on missions and get you stuff and blah blah blah, bring it back, whatever. So it was fun. I mean, it was fun to pop up here, be like, oh look, you know, we got gold. Okay, cool. So you send your followers out and you got gold. Awesome, that was easy. You know, they brought you back gold. That's your gold. It goes into your, you know, your gold crap. You know. Oh look, here's more gold. That's cool. Let's send their asses out there. They gotta collect my gold. I mean, this was fun for a while, okay? But it gets repetitive, and it gets boring, and it gets mundane. Those pretty much all are the same synonym of each other and such. But I mean, like, how this guy or woman or whoever the hell, you can do proving grounds. Is whatever this is. Oops, I failed. But anyway, let's say these people have the ability to, you know, have special things for them. You can, like a contract, like these are contracts for people, you know, for followers. Let's say this is a contract to go and collect 16 weapons off of this certain creature in a dungeon, and it will reward you with 5,000 gold, you know. Okay, they're going to do something like that, kind of like that in Legion with the new follower system, which I could care less about the whole follower thing in general. As far as the, what's the things they got coming out, the Heroes Rise or whatever, you can go to your own class order halls. Yes, that's it. So let's say instead of order halls, they have guild garrisons. That's not going to happen now. It's too late into the process of, you know, having all that crap. But let's just say, like, somewhere down the road, that they will be able to implement guild garrisons, and you and your guild can come here anytime, and it's just like phasing in and out. Okay, it is an instance, but it's not an instance, if that makes any sense. It's more or less like your own personal ID number, phase system, you know. And it says, like right here, it says Lunarfall Kato's Garrison. Okay, so that's my garrison. I come out so far, and I leave my garrison. I'm in Shadowmoon Valley. I see a garrison here. This is my garrison, but this could also be Karida the Deathstalker, or his follower, or this guy even right here, whoever this is, Lincoln the Hallowed. Okay, this could be also be theirs. Once they fly so far, it changes to whomsoever that is, and this all fades away. See, it just fades away. Bam, they're all gone. So this is an instance for an instance, I guess you'd say. But this should be in a guild garrison, okay? This should have been a cooperation of a guild. And if you weren't in a guild during the expansion, perhaps you could have had like the level 1 garrison instead of the level 3 garrison, if it makes any sense. That way you wouldn't look so pathetic without, being without a guild, but you could still have a little bit of interaction with the followers and the little extra buildings you could have built. But this was a bit much, and personally I think it was a waste of time. I mean, this little house right here, what's this little house for? Who is this little house? What's in this little house? What is this crap? Look, this same crap is right here on my Traveler's Mammoth. See, it's the same crap. Wood, simple wood, thick, high. I mean, this person sells essentially the same crap between my little two guys on here. And this mount costed $20,000, and it's mine, and I could take it anywhere in the game, or $16,000, whatever. I don't care. That's besides the point. I can take it anywhere in the game. This woman, she's going to be here. She's going to be taking up space. She's going to be doing nothing while I'm not here. And all this is going to be left behind in Legion. I'll probably never come back here. And to me, if it's possible, they should erase this whole thing, the whole garrison thing from Warlords of Draenor, and turn it into a guild garrison. I mean, if you could essentially say, well, Kados is the guild master of Bastard of Azeroth. Let's turn his garrison into the guild garrison, and then everybody can come here, and we'll stick little signs in front of their doors, kind of like the little exclamation point with a troll's face on it, for the boss fights, or you gotta find the elite rares, or whatever it is. And you can click on that, and let's turn this into a butcher shop, for meat. You have to go out and kill the animals and bring back raw meat or whatever, and that would take care of like the leather and the cloth or whatever, whatever. Raid D tier. But yeah, I mean, it just seems like they could do so much more with this wasted space. I'm sorry if you feel different, give it a thumbs down if you really hate my suggestion. I mean, I come here, I do the guild, not the guild, but I do the player garrison crap. I get the little armor icon thing, whatever the hell they are, upgrade for my followers. I do my follower missions. I recruit my followers. I got my barn for my mount thing, so I don't have to dismount whenever I do whatever. I got my little auction house here. I got my little blacksmith and my little scrapyard and my, oh look, my guild vault. I forgot what the hell this is called even. But anyway, it just seems so useless to me. Okay. Alright guys, enough from my rant. Maybe if Blizzard somehow gets a hold of this and they want to say, hey, let's toss this idea out there, I will say, hey, I made a video about that, and I don't really care about getting the credit, but I just want you to acknowledge that somebody somewhere has thought of this, and they thought it would be a good idea. So put that in a poll somewhere and see how many people think that would be a good idea. I mean, the hell, they changed the what was it, transmogrifier? They could have put 3 different people on there, just like this stupid mount that I have, the Mammoth, where I have a repair guy and just a merchant of some sort. But what was it, the Yak? Yeah, the Yak. I mean, for instance, they changed one of them to a transmogrifier instead, so I mean, now you can transmog on the Yak. So it's possible. Things can be changed. It's not like indefinite, it's this is it. Okay, that's not how it goes. Alright guys, that's gonna be enough for my rant today. So if you want to add comments to this, please pass it along to somebody who might get a hold of this and say, hey, that's a good idea, I'll vote for this, or that sucks. Tell him to go get whatever, drown, or I don't know, whatever your possibly horrible ideas could be for a person to suffer. But, you know, like I said, I don't want any credit. I just want to acknowledge that I am one person among many of their million subscribers, or people who have subscribed and stopped subscribing to pay the coin or whatever, you know, buy the money with them, or buy their game time with their money or gold, whatever, okay, whatever. But just think about it like this: this game is outdated. They've upgraded the player, you know, so all the players have been updated. They don't look crappy anymore. That's cool. They've added new textures. They've added the trees are completely designed. They're not flat and two-dimensional looking really that bad anymore. So they have the technology to do something like this, and it wouldn't take up a whole lot of room. I mean, they could portion. There's a place on a map in Azeroth right here. Look, this area right here that's right above Eastern Plaguelands. This would be a great area for a guild garrison. And once you go here, give you a Hearthstone so that you can just go here anytime. I mean, this would be awesome. Right here, guys. Blizzard, woohoo, right here. This would be awesome. Perfect. I mean, it's got enough room for expansion. If you want to expand, make it cost gold, make it cost whatever you have to make it cost to expand your guild area, and invite. If you do have a group of people or whatever, and they want to view your garrison, make that your garrison. You know, not this Legion or Warlords of Draenor crap. Your garrison. You know, delete the frickin' garrison Hearthstone completely. Take that completely out of the game. You know, remove that from the bag. And make that area there. Let's see. There's not an area on the other side, is there? That kind of sucks for the Horde. Maybe some more in Ashthara. What is it? Azshara? Yeah, Azshara. What about this? This island! This island right here! Look, it doesn't go anywhere. Well, you can actually go there in Ferals, I think. My bad. Yeah. Oh, no, it's right here! See? It's just kind of like erase that a little bit. This would be perfect for them, the Horde. So you're on completely two different sides of the map, and that would work. I mean, even add a piece of frickin' dirt to the game so that the Horde won't be so far from a capital city or whatever. I mean, okay, I'm just saying this would be a really spectacular idea to bring the game back to life a little bit, because it's all about interaction between people and community and socialism, and not in the way. Well, made that sound really bad. Socialist. That still sounds bad. Being able to socialize, there we go, with the community is a great interaction. Yeah, that pretty much broke it down, didn't it? Yep. Okay. Well, guys, that is the end of my idea for future expansion add-on into the game that Blizzard could possibly do, and that is the end of the rant that I want to share with you. If you agree, please give it a thumbs up. I would totally love to see that. If you disagree, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. If you gotta say why you disagree, go ahead, that's fine. You know, at least we'll have an idea of why, you know, more than one person may disagree and what their purpose is. Basically, I'm just trying to get positive feedback. That's fine if you have negative feedback. I just want to know the reason why. But other than that, you know, just pass this along. Maybe Blizzard will get a hold of it, and they'll see that this may revive this game a slight bit. Because The Sims, when it first came out, you know, it was explosive. People could build their own house the way they want, decorate the way they want, put pictures and couches and beds and toilets and, you know, just whatever they could put whatever they want, wherever they want, whenever they want. So think about a guild garrison where you vote, like little signs, little plots, that you can put certain types of buildings. You get a guild's vote, you know, so many say yes for this type of building, say so many say no for this type of building. And then you can, once that building has been erected, you know, you have some kind of way to decorate or, you know, add awesome feats of strength in that building, if that's the type of building you're looking for, or if it's a food building, or, you know, just whatever kind of building it is. Think about that and get back to me. Alright guys, it's been Lucky 13. Remember, game on.